Good morning, everybody. I hope you are all doing well this Labor Day weekend and hope you have, don't know what plans you might have for this weekend, but hope you have safe travels. My plans are real simple. I get to go home today from the hospital. Thank you so much for your prayers. This has probably been the smoothest visit I've had as far as with the chemo treatment that I've had since I've started. Still hooked up to the bag, but got maybe about another 2 hours and then I'll be done. But before I took off, I was just having my quiet time this morning. The Lord just showed me some things that I really wanted to share with you that really touched my heart. Kind of go along with what we've been talking about earlier this week. Going through the book of Psalms, I'm in the big chapter right now. I'm in chapter 119. There's there's a bunch of verses. 176 of them. I'm at I read through 113 through 120. And that's what I'm going to look at this morning. Psalms 119, chapters 113 through 120, just for a few quick minutes here. Bible says, David writes here, he says, I hate vain thoughts, but thy law do I love. Verse 14, thou art my hiding place and my shield. I hope in thy word. Depart from me, ye evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God. Uphold me according to thy word, that I may live, and let me not be ashamed of my hope. Hold thou me up, and I shall be safe, and I'll respect unto thy statutes continually. Thou hast trodden down all them that err from thy statutes, for their deceit is falsehood. Thou puttest away all the wicked of the earth like dross. Therefore I love thy testimonies. My flesh tremble for fear of thee, for I am afraid of thy judgments. Now, two things I want to look at here, two or three things real quick I want to look at here. Verses 114, verses 116. Verse 114 says, thou art my hiding place and my shield. I hope in thy word. I want to look at that word hope. That word hope, the Hebrew word is yachas. Yachas, it means to be patient, to wait. Which here in America, those are two words that, especially that word wait, it's a four-letter word. We are not a patient people. And I'll be the first to admit, I'm not very patient. Right now, the chemo is going to be going, I have 3 more chemotherapy regimens after I'm finished with this one. September, October, November. And to me, I'm like, November can't come soon enough. I'd rather just get it done and over with, but really can't do that. If I thought some of the other ones would kill me, you do all 3 of them at once, it probably would. But I want to be done with this. I just want to be over it. But God isn't finished yet. He still has lessons for me to learn, or maybe he has people I need to meet, or for whatever reason, we need to be patient. And during those storms in our lives, we want this storm to be done. We're just, why are we going through this? Why do we have to go through this? And we may not get the answers right away. We have to be patient. But here's the thing. When those storms come, our shelter is going to be through him. And it's going to come through reading his word. That's what he's talking about here. Verse 115, depart from me, ye evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God. Now, maybe some of those storms are coming through people who oppose us for whatever reason. And here's the thing. We read this and we think of, those who may necessarily appreciate or cherish the faith that we have. Sometimes all those enemies, good, bad, or indifferent, whatever's going on, can be fellow believers. But regardless of who they are, our job our responsibility is to what? What does it say here? Keep the commandments of my God. So whatever's going on, or whoever's harassing you or whatever, your job isn't to get back at them. Your job is to keep God's law, to obey God's word, and let him handle that situation. Let him deal with whatever is going on. Verse 116, uphold me according to thy word. Again, I cannot emphasize the importance of spending time each and every day in his word. Whether it's a verse, whether it's a chapter, whether it's with a follow-on guide, maybe with your small group, whatever. You've got to have some time each and every day in His Word. You've got to have that. Otherwise, it's like, these guys that drive around, you've got your gas gauge and it keeps going closer to empty, closer and closer and closer and closer, and the next thing you know, you're out of gas and you're like, well, what happened? Well, you didn't fill up the gas tank. You got to fill up your gas tank, folks. You've just got to do that. 116, uphold me according to thy word that I may live, and let me not be ashamed of my hope. Now again, that word hope appears here again, but this is a different Hebrew word. The Hebrew word for this is boer. It means an expectation. Uphold me according to thy word that I may live, and let me not be ashamed of my expectation. What is my expectation? My expectation is one day this body will die. Hopefully not for a long time. But one day, unless the Lord returns, I'm going to die. But I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about what happens to me when I die, because I have that hope. That hope of being that, to be absent from the bodies, to be present from, to be absent from the bodies, to be present with the Lord. So when that time comes, I'm going to have a whole new body. I'm going to have all the pains and the aches and the leukemia and whatever is going to be gone. I'm going to have a perfect body. I'm going to be with the presence of the Lord. I'm going to be with the Lord. I'm going to be with those that have gone on before me. And I'll live forever. That's not, when we think of the word hope, I hope I get a toy for Christmas. No, this hope it's an expectation. This is going to happen. I know it's going to happen. As a matter of fact, it's going to happen. Verse 117, hold thou me up, I shall be safe, and I will have respect unto thy statutes continually. Again, he's asking God to hold him up. He said, look, I'm going to listen to your word. I'm going to obey your word. My expectation from you, God, and it's a two-way street. He's saying, look, I'm going to uphold your word. I'm going to read it. I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to obey it. But my expectation is that you're going to help me as well. Verse 118, thou hast trodden down all them that err from thy statutes, for their deceit is falsehood. Thou puttest away all the wicked of the earth like dross. Therefore I love thy testimonies. And I wanted to read that part because, there's so much craziness going on in this world right now. And it's very easy to get, it's very easy to get discouraged. It's very easy to want to give up. But in the end, evil will not win. Evil is going to lose. And we just need to, again, hold on to that expectation, to be patient that God has a plan. He has a plan for all of us. You individually, for the world. He has a plan for all of us. But for us to follow that plan, you got to read the script. You got to read the script. You got to read the owner's manual, or what I like to call God's love letter to you. Because his plan for me in this book isn't the same as the plan he has for you. So you have got to read his love letter to you. And you need to listen to him. Take that time to stop and listen. Not just at one time as far as listening, have that opening channel so when opportunities arise, you'll be ready for them. The Lord gave me an opportunity to pray for a family a couple rooms down who's the husband, he's a minister as well. He's going through cancer. They had to remove his pancreas. For some reason, the cancer has spread. And I was taking some laps around the hallway, and for some reason, something told me to take a chair and just have a seat in the corner or a little waiting area, which I rarely ever do. But I sat down there, and there was a lady on the phone, and just something, I don't even remember exactly what she said, but something just, the Holy Spirit was telling me to listen to her, and I was getting a little bit of details as far as what was going on, and at that point it wasn't looking real good. It's looking a little better now, but she walked by and I said, I'm sorry, ma'am, I shouldn't have listened, but I just couldn't help it. I'm going to be praying for you and your family. And she just broke up into a grin. She said, I appreciate that, and got to find out it was her brother, who's a minister, and they're believers. And we, over the last couple of days, have had several opportunities to pray for one another and to encourage one another. And it's opportunities like that that, I could have just ignored it, moved it on, but had I done that, I would have missed out on the blessing and being blessed as well. And so you want to be in God's Word and then have that line of communication open continually with the Lord. And I'm telling you what, that is how you're going to make it. That's how you're going to have trust. That's how you're going to have hope. So I know this is kind of quick, man. We've had 2 videos in the same week. I can't remember the last time I've done that, but a lot of it has to do with you folks praying for me, and I appreciate it so much. Continue to pray for me. They said probably about a week from now, I'm not going to be feeling as good as I am now. Blood cell counts will be down, but I'm just trusting in God that He will continue to take care of me and my family, and so I appreciate it. Again, have a safe weekend. If you're going to be traveling, be careful on the roads. And until next time the Lord gives me an opportunity to speak with you, you take care and God bless.